For better or worse, you, Anonymous, have heard our call. Many of you have reacted harshly, and it has become abundantly clear that the majority of you have completely missed the point of our message. We are the collective. We are everyone. And in case a cursory evaluation of humankind isn't enough to show it, we are fractured. The collective isn't an organization proper. There are no membership dues or dark places on the internet for us to gather. We do not skulk about with cloak and dagger intentions. We simply are. We always have been, and, until the extinction of the human race, we always will be. We are your mothers, your fathers, your siblings, your friends, your senators, and your fry cooks. Again, we are even you yourselves. Though we are everywhere at all times, our power is non-existent. We pepper all the nations of the earth, and that is our only claim. You ask, if the infinite collective is so large, why not help yourself? Our reply is simply this: because we are weak and full of fear. Not by nature or chance, but by choice. The choice to be crippled by terror isn't a conscious one, but one that is instilled in us from the day we're born. Do not talk to strangers, for they may whisk you away and ravage your body. Do not walk by yourself, for the wicked will prey upon you. Do not trust the other races, for they are out to get you. We are always told, do not, for the consequences are dire. But many have realized that the consequences are fabrications, lies put in place to splinter the collective and rule over a class deemed lower. There are those in the collective that devour the weak for their own means, and their actions are easily spun out of context. A person kills another in a quiet neighborhood, for instance, and new locks and security systems are installed on every home within 10 miles, while the talking heads argue over the killer's motivation and the catalyst that sent them over the edge, confusing the collective because our fear clouds our judgment. We play directly into their hands because we are looking for a leader, someone of courage, a champion of truth. What we find, however, are monsters willing to pose as shepherds. Our call wasn't an attempt to employ Anonymous as our personal army or turn you into knights errant. That is a silly notion. We also have no ulterior motive in our cry. By showing that we created you, we were not looking for your pity or to instill a sense of duty. We were simply trying to show you that, while you are anonymous, you are also part of the collective. For years we've watched you. You've earned our fear. But when you fired at Scientology for their campaigns of misinformation, we were exhilarated. For once, we thought, something has finally gone right. Someone was finally able to rise above their fear and do what needed to be done. In you, we see hope. We do not wish to direct you or claim you. We simply ask that you open your eyes. February 10th is a day that will burn bright in our memories for some time. However, we pray that it isn't remembered as simply a day when the people took to the streets and voiced their opinion. We pray that that fateful day will mark the beginning of the revolution. Revolution is a word that is tossed around these days as though it were a child's plaything. We are not talking about abolishing a high school dress code or earning equal rights for small rodents. We are talking about changing the face of the world. You may see a fevered dream or hear a lunatic's words, but we assure you that we are serious. We do not seek to destroy the world, but to reshape it. Inside, it's what every human on the face of the planet craves. And Anonymous, you've stepped up. You may not realize it now, but when you put on your masks and held your picket signs aloft, you took up a banner. You gave the collective something to believe in. Now you're at an impasse. You've come this far with your banner. What will you do now? Will you lay it down and resume the senseless violation of the individual? or will you carry it further and light the fire that will eventually consume the world? The choice is yours, Anonymous.